kind of breakfast. You can have it for dinner as well. 10 minutes and you're at the table. Hi, I'm Sarit.
I'm Itamar Srulovich. Together we have Honey & Co restaurant and
Honey & Smoke restaurant.
And Honey & Spice Deli here in Fair London, which is not usually as sunny as it is today. This is our home. Welcome. We're going to cook shakshuka today with you. We're going to cook a green version. So shakshuka is an egg dish poached in a sauce, and this is a sauce that we usually make with all the greens that we have kicking around
everything
the
on
house.
the top of your vegetables. After you've been to the farmer's market, grab it all together, give it a good wash, braise it down, and poach some eggs on top.
Yeah, that said, you could buy specifically ingredients just for that. We grab leek. It can be spring onion or regular onion, whatever you have. But leek is always fine, except it's very sandy, so we're just gonna...
I'll grab you some water.
Yeah. We're just gonna slice it and then give it a little soak in water to get all the...
And we're gonna use a pot, ideally a pot with a lid, because once you add the eggs, you wanna braise them. You wanna steam them in all the juices, so a lid is helpful. If not, just use a plate that fits the top of your pan. A bit of olive oil in the pan. Will you crush some garlic for me?
Yeah.
Bit of olive oil in the pan, and then a couple of cloves of garlic, bit of salt, and the leeks, and we're just gonna braise them down until they're nice and soft.
And then in the meantime, you want to get all your greens ready. And this is really everything goes, you know, spinach or baby spinach, but we often use, you know, chard leaves that are delicious. They take a little bit longer to cook. Kale would work.
I'm not a fan of kale.
We're not fans of kale.
Nice sizzle. Alright, throw your leeks in, your garlic in, and then you start prepping your greens. This is really a quick kind of breakfast. You can have it for dinner as well. 10 minutes and you're at the table.
Quickly chop this garlic.
Bit of salt. I'm gonna give it a good mix around.
Use that, and here we use spinach. And you just want to take the leaves and leave the stalks, which is, you know, not a job. If you're using chard, then you just take the green part, and the white part usually it's good to saute with the leeks because it needs a little bit longer to cook. If you use kind of rougher things like kale or, you know, carrot top or radish top, or turnip top is delicious as well. You just need to cook them a little bit longer. They just take a little bit longer to cook. But basically you just want to get all your leaves quite soft and nice to eat. So taste. You see that they're, you know, as you like them.
Alright. Good, and then I'm gonna pick some of this beautiful thyme. So thyme's quite a strong herb. You just want a bit of it to just bring the flavors out. Just pull the leaves off and into the pan. So, leeks are nice and mellowing and softening. Color comes out nicely.
So I'm just gonna coarsely chop all the herbs.
If you don't have leeks, you can use onions or spring onions or salad onions. Anything that is nice and sweet and melting, and it works really well with the kind of greenness of the vegetables. You need something sweet to mellow it all down. All right, chuck it all in.
Yeah, so here goes the spinach.
And spinach always looks like loads, but as soon as it cooks down, there's absolutely nothing left there. So the pot is a bit bigger to allow that to braise down. And then we're gonna season with some black pepper, touch more salt.
I always think like for this black pepper, you wanna add just like as much as you think you need and then a tiny bit more.
Yeah, I always think you should add a bit less.
A bit less, yeah.
Can I have my spoon back? Cover it for a couple of minutes. It's just gonna wilt everything down, create a bit of liquid, and then we crack the eggs on top.
Yeah, it takes minutes, like not even minutes. It's just
perfect. So you want all those juices left there. You want to make kind of a small little well 4 welts actually, an egg to crack into each corner so that everyone gets some eggs, some greens. Perfect. So I made 4 little spaces. You want to crack your own eggs? I'll crack mine.
So it kind of seems like egg dishes are confined to the earlier part of the day, I always think.
But we have this for dinner quite often.
Yeah. I think it makes for a really nice sort of light dinner. We always have it with a little bit of yogurt and just some bread.
Second sprinkling of just a bit of salt and a bit of pepper on each yolk. We put the lid on and we're almost ready to serve.
So literally dinner or you know, your meal is ready in about the time that it takes the eggs to cook, which is no time at all.
Yeah, a bit of something to mop it up with, a nice piece of bread, some pita, anything like that works. Or just eggs, healthy. Yeah. Almost. The main thing is you want to keep the yolks ready and the egg whites fully set. Yeah. That's when it's perfect. Here we go, perfect. So, as soon as it's cooked, you want to take it off the stove straight away because you don't want them to overcook. And there's some residual heat in the pan there. And that's it. Lunch is served. I'm going to show you. Can you see that? Look at those. So pretty. So that's it. This is our green shakshuka, the healthiest meal you can have for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. It's absolutely delicious.
Thanks for joining.
Thanks.